What's up, collectors? That's MB.
That's MB.
We are the Loot Tube, back after another long break.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect anything less from us, would you?
No.
With another 1/6 scale unboxing.
Yeah. Totally different line of interest.
Yeah. A bit off
the
the beaten path.
Yeah. You've got to have the baddies.
Yeah. This one's made by Sideshow, and it is Jason Voorhees.
Put the lights off, turn the lights off. Somebody slice somebody.
The Friday the 13th iconic villain himself.
Have you got a garden fork?
He might have one with him.
Could do. So yeah, it's the Sideshow exclusive, which I don't know what comes with, some sort of other weapon apart from an axe and a knife. Hopefully it's a garden fork. Yeah, and it's come out way before the actual games come out.
Yeah.
Because the games took for fucking ever.
So got a release date now though.
Yeah, it's the end of the month, May, isn't it? I think I'm going to get it.
Towards the end of May, yeah. Looks like it'll be some co-op fun.
Yeah. So yeah, it's tiny.
It is, yeah.
It's
probably one of the smallest boxes I think we've had.
Yeah. And it looks like it's the figure that's on. Yeah, it's the figure that's on the packaging. You can tell by the wrist joints. But he is an iconic bad guy.
Oh yeah.
So
Definitely.
we've had a look at the Sideshow one before. MB got Vader, and we were pretty impressed. So we'll go through it. We'll get it out. We'll have a look. We'll give our thoughts on it, and then we'll go from there. The usual spiel.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look at it. I can't believe how small it is. You couldn't even fit a pair of Converse in there.
No, especially not mine.
I'm not expecting much.
Not my big size 11 wangers.
There's the inside. Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th. Plain and simple, really. It doesn't pull out.
It's all attached.
Yeah. It's just folded around the back. Down there. So wrap around, fold. Just telling you who it is.
It's even better than a fucking pitchfork. It's even better.
And there he is. Jason Voorhees with his melted neck. His big fat gross neck. Oh, yes.
Does the mask come off?
No, but we'll talk about that in a bit.
Alright.
Because
some info on that, is there?
Yeah, there's some info on that. Can be passed by someone in one of the groups we're in. So that just rests on his peg by the looks of it. Like so.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, doesn't even clip in. Okay, well.
Yeah, he's a bastard, isn't he?
He's the fucking best though, isn't he? He's the best. So you get paws, what accessories? You got the accessories out.
So if you watch the Vader video, that base will be familiar with you because
it's crap.
It's virtually the same base, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just different printing on it.
I mean, the printing should be in red or something.
Yeah, it should stand out, but it just slots in there. Three different hands for him.
Yeah,
There we go. Nose, pick and finger. And you've got 3 weapons with him.
Yeah, he needs a weapon in his hands.
You got his machete.
So that the machete and the axe are the one that comes with the original one.
There's the axe. Nice detail in them. You can see it on there.
Oh, that's the exclusive item, his harpoon gun.
One-handed with that bad boy. Because he's hard as nails.
Yeah. He's class. If we can get his sword in his hand, that'll be even better.
Yeah, put a machete in his hand.
Have I got the right hand for this, or what?
Slap it. Tea for the peel.
Feed the masses.
It's thirsty, weren't these unboxings?
Right.
Especially when we haven't done one for ages.
No. Out of the game.
Just no dolls.
Right.
Beauty.
I mean, he needs pausing a little bit better with a bit of bend and stuff. But you get it right.
Yeah.
There he is.
I'm gonna mess on with him.
Yeah, have a look at him. These are good, aren't they?
Yeah, that's beauty, that. So tell us what was the problem with his mask.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, we'll review it, and then we'll go through it. Yeah. I mean, it is. You know, you're not going to get a Hot Toys because it's not a Hot Toys price when you order these items, and I use the Spooktacular stuff for this.
Right.
So I got like $82 or something off it, which was really good. Knocked it down. Yeah, that's mint. Knocked it down to a canny price. So, you know, that's where it come from, and the fact that Freddy's on order for later in the year as well.
Yeah,
so
look beauty next to Freddy.
Yeah. So, you don't get what you get with the Hot Toys. We don't expect to, really, because they are expensive though, you know, without the rewards.
Yeah, they are, and you can sort of see that in, I mean, you know, the bodies are good and sturdy, posable. There's some nice detail in his clothing, probably not as detailed as what Hot Toys would go, but I mean, you've got bloodstains and that there, and sort of faded on his trousers, which looks cool. And
his boots are beauty.
His boots are beauty. There's some weathering and mud and everything and detail in there. It's class.
Yeah.
It's a really nice figure.
And the head sculpt's good as well with the mask and whatnot.
Yeah, and his fucking shoulders are massive.
Yeah, because he is huge, isn't he?
Oh yeah, I think it was Kane Hodder that played him on it. He's a beast.
That's a beauty pose. That's how he's staying. So, yeah, I mean, accessories wise, based on probably that. I mean, unless you got like a severed head or something.
So was there a difference in price from getting that to not getting that?
No, it was just literally they done 2,000 and 2 of them are exclusive. So
right,
if you pre-ordered it early enough,
then you
got the.
If you're not paying anything more for that, then you're
which is better because they do put extra on the Hot Toys one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember that from when we got the Star-Lord. There was a exclusive version where you got the ball that had the gem inside.
Yeah.
And you got a pair of handcuffs. You know, and they knocked it up by about $30. So like, there's no chance. Whereas with this, there's no difference in the price. So, but it still is expensive.
Oh yeah.
To be fair, we'll talk a bit at the end of the video about what's going on now, because you've just pulled something out of a group you're in, haven't you? Which is shock to the system. But yeah, we'll base it on. We'll just go as it is. I'm not a fan of the stands. I said that on the Darth Vader video, and I'm not going to change my mind.
No,
that should be red.
Too plain.
It should be the print on that. Can you see the printing on it from the?
I don't know if you can or not.
Might see the there you go. Yeah,
there you go. You can see that.
It
should be red.
It's just like a glaze.
Or at least sort of outlined, sort of, I don't know, maybe he's given the effect of it dripping blood or something.
Yeah.
Something like that, just to show that a bit of work's been put into it. But that's just a black print on a black stand, and it's a bit naff. And it was exactly the same with Vader.
Yeah, and you get 3 different hands. The hands are well made, they're nice, but they're not as posable friendly as you would get with your Hot Toys. It was a bit of a chew on getting the machete in there, but it's in there now. You've had to mess about with it, and I'm well chuffed with the pose you pulled out of him. So his posabilities.
Pulled it out my ass.
Yeah, posabilities really good.
Yeah.
But accessories wise, I'm gonna score it down because I don't like the stands that Sideshow knockout. I think they're plain for the price that you pay and the lack of accessories. Then I would expect maybe even a diorama. What if he was on a jetty? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've seen some good dioramas for this guy kicking around. But yeah, that's how I would expect it to be. Also, which we'll talk about at the end of the scoring, is accessories wise, would it have been nice to have the head sculpt with the sack? He wears a sack in one of the videos. This is actually from the part where he first dons the hockey mask.
Right.
So
did he do that? Did he do that towards the end of the second film?
Two.
Because the first one was his mum, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then the second one he had the sack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's either the end of the second going into the third, but this is based on his character from that movie. So maybe they could have put that in there, you know, because we are. I'm going to score the accessories out of 3.
I suppose it's the easiest thing as well, isn't it? Just to have a sack accessory that you can just pop over his head.
Yeah.
But then would it be in keeping with the version that they've done? Because would he be wearing different clothes in that one or whatever?
Yeah, you don't know.
I don't know. It's been years since I've watched the film, so if they're keeping with the theme, then fair enough. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Definitely.
The clothing I like. I think the posability is good. I think the way he's a big, broad fucker. If you look at the back of him, the size of his back and shoulders is bang on.
Yeah.
He looks like he's got a vest under there.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
So you can, and that's all. That's really good. That's all weathered, and what you can see on there, it's all like brown and weathered at the top. Can you see the discolouring?
Yeah, it looks like he spilled his dinner.
Yeah. So it looks. He's got a neck like Vince McMahon. It's a Vince McMahon 160 with a fucking Jason mask on. That's what it is. But it's good that you can open that up. Not that you're going to because it's iconic that he has his. But the vest could have been built into the shirt, so I suppose it's nice that that's as it is. It's Jason Voorhees, man. He's a fucking legend, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Especially from our era.
So, I mean, posability, I'm going to score it at a 5. Accessories, I'm going to score it at a 3. Not a big fan of the stand. So, I don't know. You know, that could be better. They could either boost that by making a diorama stand or adding a bit of colour on, maybe a couple of lights or something, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But they're plain, they're bland, and they're the shit.
Yeah, they are, yeah, definitely.
And until Sideshow sort that out now, because things are moving on such a fucking quick pace with these 1/6 scale, that if you don't move fast you get left behind, and they'll find it hard. I mean, did they only make 2,000 because they expected to only sell 2,000? You know what I mean? So I don't know.
The thing is, though, there's a market for all these horror characters, isn't there?
Oh yeah, I mean,
sort of out there. I mean,
it
it goes from the McFarlane toys on and on with all these weird like horror things, and there's a lot of people which, you know,
once you see this type of thing,
like
I'm not a. It's not something I'm absolutely overly keen with. I wouldn't have pictures all over my walls and stuff, but when we originally started going down the route, it was the stuff that interests us and stuff from the past, and he's one of them. You know what I mean? He's like the man.
Jason and Freddy and Michael Myers.
Yeah, I've looked at the Michael Myers. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, posability, accessories are 3, posability is a 5. The head sculpt, I'm going to score it a 4. It's excellent, but I'll explain the 4 when we talk through what we've already mentioned. So, I mean, I think that's like a 17 out of 20 for me, which isn't a bad score.
Yeah, I'm probably going to say the same. I think, for me, obviously, the head sculpt's mint, but it's let down by the fact that you can't take this mask off, which you're going to explain shortly. And for me, it would be ideal to be able to take it off.
It's like that. What I do like about it is they haven't just wrapped a bog standard body in a brown shirt, because look at the shoulders on him at the back.
Yeah. Oh, they've done something to get him like that.
He's massive, isn't he?
Yeah, it's beautiful. That's probably why his head's the way he is.
Yeah.
Because it probably wouldn't sit right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm exactly the same score as you. Just not just for copy's sake, but no, I agree with everything that you've said. It's stuff we've highlighted before, and it's stuff that points out. The only thing I'd like to see on some of these figures, especially when you can see the arms, is just
A little.
If they can do anything with these joints, so you
Yeah.
can't see them as much.
Well, yeah. There's when we go through coming up, we'll dabble a bit more into that because I'll give my thoughts on why I think they're all right.
Right. Okay.
So we'll talk about that in a bit. But right, head sculpt, and the reason that I've scored the 4 is the exact same reason that you've agreed with, is that you can't reveal his face. If you can see underneath, we'll try and first I'll take it top to bottom a bit of a close up anyway, so you can hopefully see like the boots.
Yeah, the boots are
Weathering
class.
around there. What I would add is it could probably be a bit more bloody. You could have a
Yeah,
bit more
without
blood
doubt.
down there, and I know people have.
Maybe some ribs or
touched them
something in
up.
the claws.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't
yeah.
know.
I know people have touched him up and added blood splats here, there, and everywhere. But I love the shirt. The build on him's class. The neck he's got on him's mental. And then you come up to the mask, and if you can see behind the mask, if we can get some sort of light, you can physically see his eyes are behind there.
Mm.
And when you come round the back, you can see that the straps are actually on top of his head. So it's bang on to what it should be like, but what you're saying is right. Why can't the mask come off and we can see what he looks like?
Yeah.
Because he's like fucking a mental sloth out the Goonies.
Yeah.
So there's a video. Someone's paid a fortune for this and thought, I'm going to fuck about with the head. And what there is behind the mask on the head is there's a clip on the forehead there,
Right.
and you can snap it off.
Right.
And we thought this with the Darth Vader one because you can
Yeah.
see inside the Darth Vader helmet there's a head there.
Yeah.
So there's a clip that sits here which is glued to the head, which I'm not going to do
No.
because it's not worth it.
Definitely not.
But this mask then comes off
Right.
and it leaves a mark on the head there where this thing fits in to hold the mask on.
Right.
So the face is actually under there and the face looks good.
Yeah.
Why they've done it, I don't know. Why they've made
That's
it fixed, I don't know.
Weird. Especially
that's
when you've
why
got the
I've
straps
scrolled
on
it
it to
down.
keep it in place.
Yeah. The straps all move, shift, you can take them off. They're only held on in grooves on the back of the head.
Yeah.
So the straps all move and shift, but it does come off. And there is, if you have a look, well, we can, if anybody is interested, leave a comment in the links below,
Yeah.
and we'll put a link to the video of this, the unmasking of this head, because it does come off. I mean, you can't come on it.
It's baffling, that, isn't it?
Yeah, you can see the eyes in there. Yeah, it's mad. It was put in the our group.
Yeah. Right.
It was put in there
I'm just
by a
completely
lad who
missed it.
just tagged us and said you might be interested in this.
Mm.
And it does physically. I mean, you can budget there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You can move it. It's moving there. But
It's weird, that, isn't it?
yeah, I don't know why they've done that. He's wicked.
Yeah, he's beauty.
He's absolutely wicked. But that's why I'm scoring it down to a 4, because it's nailed on.
That's, yeah.
It's absolutely nailed on. These are you'll have been through these. These are nailed on. But it's let down by a very plain boring stand.
Yeah, the blood splatter on this axe is wicked.
Yeah, so the paintwork on the knife is class.
Beauty.
But yeah, that's what's the problem with it. The mask just doesn't come off.
Yeah, weird.
So I mean, it isn't a bad score. 34 out of 40 for the Sideshow. I think it'll probably, going back to the Darth Vader one, we'd have a look. I don't think it'd be a million miles away
No,
from what we
probably
scored
not.
down on that, and it's the same thing. Again, I think my major bug with Vader was the stand and
yeah.
the fact that the lightsaber didn't light up.
Yeah.
And that was literally it. And outside of that, you sort them two issues out and you've got yourself a fucking competitor for Hot Toys, you know what I mean?
Without a doubt.
But we're picking them up with rewards, like you pick the Vader up, but we're still going to score them as if we were paying what everybody else out there should be paying. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's 34 out of 40 for the badass that is Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, quality
I'm
figure.
impressed with him, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Really impressed.
So-
Excited to see Freddy when he turns up.
Yeah, I think he's due closer to Halloween. I think he's back end of the year.
Perfect
But
time.
yeah, but I think we'll get him down. I'm just looking at that thinking, will that fit around Freddy's neck? Just have him off the ground
Possibly,
with his
Jason
gloves on
versus
and that.
Freddy.
Yeah.
That'd be beautiful.
Yeah. Did you see the press conference they did in Las Vegas when they brought that film out?
No.
They done like a boxing press conference where Freddie sat on one side and Jason sat on the
I'm
next.
sorry, I must have seen it because I was proper excited when that film was coming out. Bearing in mind it was shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Jason versus Freddy. You're never going to get that again.
No. So yeah, that's the Jason Voorhees Sideshow exclusive 1/6 scale figure. And you can't really say too much more on it.
No, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Is it a figure you've ordered? I'm looking forward to.
The joints. We'll talk about the joints because there's loads coming up now. We've got Purple Coat Joker due.
Yeah.
By the time that's been through, you'll be looking at the first Warcraft.
Yeah.
Possible figure, which the
Warcraft
teasers look absolutely class for.
Yeah, it's not an official Warcraft figure, but you can clearly tell from looking at it
Yeah,
what it's
everything
based
else,
off.
and everything else they're bringing out as well.
Yeah.
It's just nailed on.
They're skating a very thin line with it, but
yeah.
we've got one ordered and we'll see what it looks like.
Yeah, but the teasers look
I
fantastic.
think that's by Core Play, isn't it?
Yeah.
Core Play, yeah.
Yeah, if you look up their stuff on Facebook,
Yeah,
what you were sending me, I was
an
like,
absolutely fantastic
Oh my God.
King Varian Rin.
Yeah. But it's not Warcraft.
No, it's definitely not Warcraft.
So yeah, that's coming up. We've got the Purple Coat Joker, which we'll talk about in a bit. By the time that's come through, we should have Drax.
Yeah.
And then Harley Quinn. There's some bits and bobs in it coming off the coming soon list from Hot Toys. We should kind of trickle through at least once a month or something moving forward, where it's been quiet after Christmas.
Should be a Luke Skywalker sometime this year.
Yeah, he's on the list. He's on the coming up list. It's first half of the year, second quarter. That will be getting him. So yeah, you mentioned about the joints.
Yeah.
And I agree with that to an extent. That the only reason I think, and we'll see this even better when we get the Joker, because he's got the tattooed body, but he's got the joints. The 6 scale figures, the toys. You know what I mean? So without that joint, it takes him away from being like an action man to being a statue. And there's only so much, you know what I mean? There's only so much that you can. I watched the review on the Purple Coat Joker this morning to see about that thing you pointed out about the paint rub that we're supposed to get, and we'll talk about that when we review it. And I agreed with what the guy was saying about it. He said they could have skin cheated him like they did with Matrix.
Right.
But where do you stop it being a toy and turn it into a statue? Yeah, where you limit all the posability on it, and so I don't know. And for me, it doesn't. I think there was 2 stickouts, that Joker when I seen that, and Harley Quinn's legs on the bottom half of below the knee. She has them sort of joints, but I can see a valid argument in like the toys. You're supposed to be able to pose them however you want. There's no restrictions.
No, it's totally a valid point. Yeah.
And then I got that through talking to a guy who collects a lot of Fisons, and he said they are, as you would call a Barbie, where it's wire inside with joints at things, but you can't leave them pose too long, otherwise you get a crease in there. Gamora's a lot like that, and Matrix, you know, you can have him pose with his gun for a while, but you would never leave it like that, because otherwise you're gonna crease it, and he looks absolutely class.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
He looks spot on. So yeah, that's my take on that, but we'll have a look at the ones that are coming up. And we've got Z-Box coming up, and you're on your last chance, Z-Box. 3 strikes and you're out. That was always the rule. 3 strikes and you're out. And I know it's not your fault that we don't like Harry Potter and Doctor Who, but we're blaming you.
It's one of them things, isn't it?
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes, and we're open for another podcast.
Yeah. Hopefully sometime soon. We're looking at trying to get hosting and everything for it.
Yeah.
So based on, I think, how the Z-Boxes go, that's either going to push us or sway us away. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely.
Yeah. But at least with the podcast, it'll be a bit more regular content, because the dolls that we've got ordered are either winding down with what we've got, or they're sort of all over the place and jumping about.
Yeah.
At the minute, so you might go like 2 to 3 months with no video.
Yeah.
which is unfortunate, or we could just come and do a video talking about anything.
There's a lot to talk about.
There's
a lot to talk about what we're interested in.
In Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah.
I could spend an hour talking about figures that I saw from that.
Yeah, exactly, that's what we need to get back to.
Yeah, definitely.
The new games that are coming out.
Yeah.
The movies that are coming out. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, man. Doctor Strange. Didn't even got the pictures to see that and what a film that was.
Yeah, I loved it.
So there's loads that we need to talk about, and we need to, like I say, it's last chance saloon for the Z box because there's only so many t-shirts I can fucking wear for work. And some of them are absolutely garbage.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. But I'll let him reel off the spiel.
Yeah.
Hope you like it. Leave your thoughts underneath the video. If you want to see any more of it, not a problem. There he is. Here's the Voorhees. He's class. That pose is class.
So yeah, as MB's just said, you can leave a comment below if you want us for anything. You know, messages there, we're always quick to get back to you. Twitter.com, we are at Loot Troop, been a while. Instagram, The Loot Troop, and if you want to email us, it's loottroopers@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So for this video, that's MB.
And that's MB.
We are The Loot Troop. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.